Okay. So it's been a while. So we've been dealing with the aftermath of your confrontation with the Saint. You guys have received word of some disturbing developments at the Tower of Brands, and you're planning on setting out soon for um, the tower to kind of check it out for yourselves and see what's going on and see if you can stop bad things from happening. But I'm going to back up a little bit to Elijah. As you're sleeping the night before you set out on this next mission, and you find yourself wandering some familiar halls.
Why are they familiar?
Why are they familiar? Because you've wandered these halls before.
Yes, but are they like halls from home? Halls from the interesting character I've been seeing after I drink a little too much.
It's the halls of the
They're
interesting
the
character
halls.
you see after you drink a little too much.
Okay, okay.
Yes, if
Um,
you were
They're the
if you were
halls
in
of the
roll 20,
Mountain King.
it would be more obvious.
yes, I'm working on getting it to load. For some reason, it does not want to.
Oh my god, he drinks himself into darkest dungeon?
You never know. For whatever reason, my computer wants to be difficult.
Because it knows what you're about to run into, and it's like, you don't want this, man. You don't.
The sad thing is, I've been literally like trying to get over to the game for the past 10 minutes. I didn't expect to be first. Oh, there we go. Wait,
Sure,
wait.
You're saying that. We know you're in RuneScape.
No, actually, I haven't even opened it.
I had a similar
It's not worth
problem.
playing
The,
until
the,
it's
the,
out.
the shortcut to roll 20 changes for some reason sometimes. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, it kept on bringing up like Beyond 20 is now open. You should download it, and it wouldn't let me get into my games. Okay. So in these halls, is anyone else around?
No, the halls are empty. As you're walking, you do see the light of a fire ahead and a familiar office that you've spoken to him before. So you don't see anybody directly next to you, but you can pretty readily assume that he's waiting for you.
Are there any rooms before that one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go snooping
As-
You're
before I
gonna
talk.
snooping.
I mean, as I'm walking that toward him, I'm just be like, I mean, I assume I'm in your domain. If you don't want me to go somewhere, you have the power to stop me, and I'm gonna try the first door that I'm
He's gonna walk.
passing.
Okay.
He's gonna go
I
by
mean,
just
this is
casually walking, opening
this
doors,
is his
checking jobs.
domain. If he doesn't want me in a room, I won't be able to. But I'm curious.
Okay. Yeah.
We all do that when we get to a new place. We're
Hang
like,
on
"What's in
while the
here?"
world is loading.
Always a little Snoopy.
He brought a spy
You open it up, it's
master
just
into
TV static.
his home,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the first time I have not been directly staring at him in a conversation. I'm curious.
You're gonna find like your dead mother in a room. It's like you shouldn't have done it. It was all your fault.
You open the
With
door
really bad
into
Elizabethan frills.
a dark library filled with books and papers and scrolls, just haphazardly piled into bookshelves, not really seeming to be ordered in any way.
Not ordered in any way is what makes that difficult.
Damn, I
I
can't
was gonna
snoop
kind of say to the
properly if
open
you
air.
don't have the Dewey Decimal System.
All right, I really would love to look around here and find, more information on the ritual, but I know I have limited time here, and I think a conversation is going to suit me better. So I'll back out of that room, shut the door, and just continue down the hallway.
You don't want to pick up a book? Hang on.
I mean, no, if one's
Oh
nearby,
no,
like
not
on top,
the
it
you
catches my
sure.
eye. Like I assumed as I was looking around and just seeing disarray that nothing caught my eye as far as ritual or the blood tree or Something like
Look,
that.
be the chaotic person right now. See if the man keeps smut in his library. Where's your
You don't want
smuttiest
to. You don't want
tome?
to pick up and open up the first book you see and see if you get lucky.
The first book I see, The Saint of All,
See if it-
You pick up a book and
just shirtless.
let me see. All right, 64. What does that mean?
It's a calendar of all the same.
Of all the saints,
Saint calendar.
the Saint of All's in a bathtub with bubbles.
Crotch cleverly disguised by a little poof.
Exactly.
It is a mystery novel, featuring on the cover
Ooh.
a detective and his what appears to be his trusty sidekick. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna pick that up and start wandering down the hall toward the office.
We have
Mhm.
With the
Nurse Watt and Mr. Abode.
But I'm just gonna be casually flipping through his book as I, walk down the hall toward him.
Okay. So you walk into his office. He's at his desk. He's got papers and diagrams and books scattered across his desk. And he looks up at you and says, so, you finally did it. Do you understand what you've done?
No, not a clue.
You didn't just drink from the well, you drank the well.
Well, to a point,
big
that was
gulp.
always the goal, wasn't it?
Yes, but you didn't seem to want to play ball quite so much. Surely Noburius warned you.
Somewhat.
Power comes with a price.
Always.
Which act of the play was that?
$5.99.
There's always a price to power
$5.99.
and a price to control.
$3.99.
And at some point, you have to leap.
So, you're willing to serve me then?
I've never not entertained the idea. I don't quite love the direction you have the Empress in, but understanding might improve that.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, from what I've gleaned of you in our meetings, some of her policies may be of her own volition. And I'm curious on that.
Which policies are you referring to specifically?
How my people are treated.
This is a practical matter. Normally, people like you are not of much use. Material that's
Oh.
already been spent.
I think I'm proving that I'm not entirely spent.
Yes, you've managed to recycle yourself. If we're keeping up this metaphor.
Why not? Sometimes
it's
a
cringe.
reforged metal is stronger than the original.
Yes, but are you willing to cut out the cancer that's infected your world with that metal?
Entirely depends on what you see as the cancers.
I mean the time cancer.
Well, that's always the goal.
It will require destroying the world.
Once again, that entirely depends on how it's destroyed and how it's rebuilt.
Well, creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin.
Yes.
create something, you have to destroy the raw materials.
But if you're the breaker, who's the builder?
I am also the builder.
Oh.
I just need a window of opportunity. The Empress is working towards giving me that. And you can too. The Empress is one of my manipulations of the world. A hole through which I can enter the world and enact my will. And now you've brought that same power into yourself.
Hmm.
So we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
I'm finally going to look up from the book that I've just been idly flipping through and lock eyes with him. I was your slave through her hand. I found the taste soured.
So be it. The hard way it is then.
It's all hard.
You know,
That's what she said.
it's funny you should mention the taste. I don't think you'll find this next bit very pleasant either. And the dream fades. You kind of come back. You know that like state that you get in when you're kind of half asleep and you're kind of aware you're asleep, but you're just kind of like floating in your body.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like that, and you feel inside yourself, like you've not been hungry since you consumed the saint's blood. But now it feels like the bottom has dropped out of your stomach and more is coming through as you start to feel, you come back to your body, you start to wake up, and you are coughing and retching, and you see your body kind of glowing with power. Like you're being transformed from the inside out by this power that is trying to mold you into something new. So we're gonna go through this like kind of physical transformation that you're half happening. So what let's go through like a description of what your character is like to start with, right? So let's review where you're starting from. So what does Elijah look like?
So, just kind of like very slate gray pale skin. His eyes have gone to kind of a light slate gray as well. Dark hair. Black.
Him.
What in particular are you looking for? Decently handsome, but not like
Now you are
handsome.
stunning or anything.
Okay.
Now you're
How tall is
inflated
he?
like
The classic
Black Widow.
fangs.
Oh, definitely the classic fangs.
Yeah. Like
How
a classic,
tall?
like a
5'5",
classic
6"?
vampire look.
No, he's like 5'8", 5'9", somewhere in there.
Nice.
So as this nausea overcomes you and the light starts kind of pouring out of your pores, you look at your skin and you can see it going from that slate gray to a pure white. You're retching and coughing up, like like a mercurial fluid, kind of like a silver, glowing white fluid. And you're like, where are you sleeping? You like to sleep upside down, right? Like a closet.
Yeah, just like on the ceiling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And as
One looks in the bed, they never look at the ceiling.
you're throwing up upside down, basically. Um, and your
Oh,
your feet
God.
kind of detach from the ceiling, but you find yourself kind of floating in space on spectral angelic wings, as if gravity no longer really has a hold on you. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
How you are defying gravity.
Okay, so you pass. Um, so you kind of choke back this this light that is flooding your body, but you find your physical form has been changed. Um, where is your character sheet? Here it is. Actually, we'll just show you the race here. Um, Here we go. So you are no longer a Dampier, you have ascended to a higher state of being, but maybe with some drawbacks.
Congratulations.
Oh shit.
So your skills and stuff should be the same. But the main upside is you now have a flying speed because you have angel wings. You have angelic sight. You have some of the powers of a saint, but you also occasionally get aether sickness.
Alright, and now the Saint shows up to pull you into the Mindscape as we're gonna test run your abilities.
Nope, he gets to do it live.
Wait.
So your aether sickness DC is currently 15.
But it increases.
It started at
That's
10,
right.
you succeeded, so now it's 15.
Every time you succeed.
Huh? So it's gonna go up every time from now until the end of time?
There's a way to
Unless
reduce
you're
it.
No, until you fail.
Oh,
So
until I fail.
So basically what happens is, if you roll a 1, right,
It's gonna
and
be interesting, yeah.
you make the Constitution save, and until you succeed, you're incapacitated, and then once you succeed, the DC increases for the next time.
Okay. Greater Restoration will help, though.
Yeah, you've got lots of diamond dust to snort.
You have to be turning those rats into diamonds.
Those abilities, though.
Also, just gonna go on the record here, Thur. I don't think it would make sense for Isabella to take the talent equivalent to the Greater Restoration, so don't even bother worrying about that interaction.
Okay.
I guess my only main question is how would he know Greater Restoration will help? Not to be metagamey.
You crave the diamond dust.
So you can see with your soul sight eye that what's happening is basically your soul is being filled with this kind of power in addition to your body, and it's being overwhelmed, and both your body and soul are being strained and cracked by this overwhelming light. And so you would need some kind of powerful healing magic to keep yourself together, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Elijah might not necessarily know that Greater Restoration specifically would do it, but he could talk to Aerith, and Aerith would probably be able to deduce that something like a Greater Restoration would help.
I don't think that conversation's going to happen yet. Do the wings go away if I put my feet back on the ground?
Yes, they go away if you put your feet back on the ground, but you no longer stick to walls.
Oh no. He craved vet minerals.
You don't get to go through the ceilings. Oh my god, the worst thing. Reverse it. Reverse. This isn't worth it, Dash.
He's gonna like try to just settle his feet back onto the ceiling. And if the wings don't go away, he's gonna go back to the floor. And settle back down. And
yeah, so whenever you basically try and detach yourself from the pull of gravity, your wings hold you aloft in the pier. So whenever you're flying.
I love that, because mechanically it's a pure upgrade, but narratively it's so hard to
narratively it's so it literally pisses
But
him
it's
off.
such good design. Hats
Yeah, it
off.
is. Seriously, the fact that one aspect is just gone, and it's been such a massive part of how he interacts with the world.
Can't hide this shit.
No.
And the best part is complaining about a pure mechanical upgrade.
A pure,
like a little
yeah,
bitch.
and it to him it's just unacceptably infuriating though. That's so funny. You cooked with that, sir. Wow. That's brilliant. Because literally he just starts cursing whenever he figures that out.
Damn it, everything about me is a lie now. My entire image. Fuck.
And here's the other thing. So these wings, are they what color are they?
They'd be white.
So he's less stealthy than he used to be too.
He's less of a goth.
You've been forcibly degothed.
Oh my god. Dude, this
You gotta
fucks your will. Because you don't have
be
whales
careful
in the grave
what you
anymore.
eat.
Do you?
Well, now you're a pastel.
You
god. Yeah.
you have gone from Steve Buscemi cosplaying as Blade to Ryan Reynolds cosplaying as Blade.
Okay, well I'm going to call my shadows to me if Arbaz is around. or if he's
Shout and
back
be like,
yet.
God damn it, this is what you meant by
Arbaz
the
is in the
hard thing."
desert.
He's still gone. Okay.
Yeah,
Arbaz
you-
is
He's
you're,
on
gonna,
the,
you're,
he's
you're
on the
gonna
way
be,
back.
you're gonna meet him there, so he can kind of show
Yep.
you around.
That's right. Okay. Shit.
let
Who
me
else
look.
do I have that I trust?
Let me look at
The
who's here.
Necromancer, probably.
The rest of us are going to be like
Hey,
friggin'
boy.
astronauts returning from the space station, because every time we try to look for Elijah, we're instinctively going to look up.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Arbaz is in the desert. Where is Shay? Shay is here.
Shay's here. Okay, I'm gonna call Shay to me.
Okay. So you're like getting a servant and having them go get Shay.
Yeah,
Okay.
preferably without them seeing me.
No. No one can see me. Phantom of,
No one
Phantom
can
of the
see me.
Carnival.
I'm ugly.
Phantom of the Dumons.
So Shay, a little while later, walks in upside down through your window.
He just
And so-
grumbles quietly.
It's like, yes, you called for me?
I just look up at her and stare at her for a second.
You're looking a little pale.
And he's just going
You-
to lightly push
Where-
himself up off the ground.
Oh, you figured it out. You're ascended.
Partially.
What do you mean partially?
I'm not goth anymore.
It seems that what we're seeking in full ascension comes with new chains.
Well, I don't like that.
No, me neither, which is why I refused the motherfucker.
But he still gave you wings?
Trying to get his claws. And I'm not entirely unscathed.
I mean, it's I can see that you've changed. How do you feel? You feel more powerful?
Oh, absolutely. But why I've called you is twofold. You're going to let Arbaz and a few other trusted people know that if I start serving the purposes of that bitch again, where I start doing things that are wholly unlike myself, that you all put me down.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't want it to. I think any of us would do it for any of us. That's why we do this. Though you're going to be the one who sees Arbaz next.
Let him know. In exchange, I'm going to keep looking for a way to do this for the rest of you without the chains. As always, that doesn't stop.
It's the mission goes on.
With or without me, the mission will go on. And then I'm going to fill her in fully on everything I know about this guy, because this is the first time I've really talked to anyone about him.
Hmm.
But now that I'm not wholly myself, I have to let someone else in.
That's true. Yeah.
This is the first time that I cannot be trusted as the sole bearer of the information. So Shay, Arbaz, and then one other person, if he manages to get to her, are going to be the three that know everything. Also, I need you to go get me a mask and a pair of gloves.
Okay.
Don't want the others to know yet until I know what it means.
He's gonna walk up to the rest of us and we're all gonna go, the fuck is that, man? What is that, Elisha?
Yeah, all of you are going to be like, why are you wearing a mask? You
Yep.
never wore a mask before.
Never, not once, not this entire time.
She also tells you that you weren't able to see this yourself, but your one eye is now your soul sight eye is the same black obsidian that it was, but your other eye is now glowing gold.
Do I at least look good? I ask her.
Oh yeah, you look real good. Like a marble statue brought to life.
All blessings, I suppose.
Oh, that reminds me of someone.
What?
Crying in the club.
That's what persistence looked like.
Well,
There's only so many
Gareth,
ways
don't
you
fall
can
in
do.
love with this one.
Yeah,
You'll
it's
fight too.
it's the same kind of aesthetics.
Yeah.
Okay, so she goes and she gets you hood, gloves, mask, the works to kind of
The ensemble.
yeah, to get you all covered up. as the sun starts coming over the horizon, and it's time to start gathering the party to go investigate the portal.
Obviously, I'm heading to Arbaz next, but from now on, one of you keeps an eye out.
We'll make sure to keep you on the straight and narrow.
Shay, for everything.
Of course, we'll make sure you stay you. And if you don't, we'll kill whatever you turn into. Okay.
God, that's wild.
Do you think we're all gonna get magic girl transformations, or is it just Elijah?
Isabella already is a magical girl,
Yeah.
just from
I
Madoka.
mean, Isabella already
It's
is.
just for Monica.
If any of the rest of you want to ascend, I can let you know how.
You just gotta
Fast.
find another saint.
Oh man, kill another saint.
I mean, that's the goal.
Literally, Elijah's just like, this means I don't get to drain the Empress dry, and that pisses me off too.
Yeah, you feel inside your mouth and you can feel your
Higher
fangs
way
are
of
gone.
combat now.
Oh, your fangs
Wait,
are gone.
what?
You don't feel
You're not a
hungry
Dampier
or
anymore.
thirsty.
Wait, so I like dab my finger into some blood and like touch it on my tongue, and it does nothing.
It does nothing for you.
Well, before Shay leaves, I'm gonna give her all my vials of blessed saint blood that I've been holding on to this whole time.
She takes
Oh.
them and is just like,
Only
I don't know if I
Thurr
want to
can
drink
give
these
you an
now.
objectively good upgrade and fuck over your entire kit.
Here's the vials of blood. Here's the bag of rats.
Fuck it, you're not even.
Seriously, yes.
Are we sure?
Here's
Are
my
we
balls
sure
in a bag. Enjoy.
This is a ship of Theseus moment. Is still Elijah?
No, and that's exactly how he feels.
And that is exactly the reason the maker did it.
Yeah, 100%.
Welcome to the hard
he's-
way.
He's like, okay, no, this is just such the perfect comeuppance for this
God
character,
work
though.
in mysterious ways.
Oh,
It's also
Oh,
the
this is
perfect
the perfect
revenge on
comeuppance.
Nash for what his other character did to the maker.
abso-fucking-lutely, that's so funny.
You and that old man have
Oh.
intergenerational beef.
Oh god, this is so funny.
The maker breaks the fourth wall to affect Keelandi's player.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like label the vials of blood. Well, these ones are from the saint. Don't drink them. These vials are from the other people that I drink before that. They're probably safe, but
Yeah.
that's up to you. Here's my blood bags.
Yeah, so go ahead and update your character sheet with your new species.
Like, do you still make? Was it the Dampier part that made soul tokens?
No.
No, that's his class.
Okay.
Take all the vials of blessed blood off.
Well, that's the next thing you gotta get rid of.
So I still have Blackwood Soul Trinket, Hag Soul Trinket. Those are still mine.
Yep.
You still have.
Actually, I already had a hood, just so you know. That's funny.
Well, there you go. You just put it up.
We had an item that was called the Silver Hood. You can cast non-detection once a day.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, y'all seen the hood before. The mask will be new, and he's wearing gloves from time to time. But yeah, the mask is going to be a big question mark.
I thought it was gonna look like a presidential mask off of Point Break.
Yeah. So what does your mask look like?
What do the masks wear? Has he seen any of those
You
yet?
answered that question.
They
I
will
don't think you were in
not
the meeting
show
with
you
them.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't-
Ironically enough, they don't. They hide the identity of the mask.
I don't think you were in the meeting when they
I
were
know,
talking about Evelyn. Or
no,
were you? Yeah.
I wasn't in that one, and I've never been to that continent.
No,
Yeah.
so the masks specifically are all designed differently for that purpose.
Mhm.
So
Okay, well let me look up some masks and see what you found.
Just Google One Piece Water 7, and
God damn it.
Ooh! Yeah.
Look
Let's
up
do
clown.
CP9.
Like it's like the mask. I assume takes till morning to find like
You know
a
what?
suitable
Actually, wear a
one, or
mask
go get one
like
made.
it's a theatrical
Yeah.
comedy. Because the makers made you a joke.
hey
Makers made me a fucking joke. Honestly, what my immediate thought is what is that item called from fucking Skyrim?
What? One of the Dragon Priest masks?
No, the stuff you get, the Nightingale armor.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that fits.
Oh, there
That's
should be a
you.
magic item that it's a mask that anybody who puts it on is immediately incapacitated, called the Mask of Amontillado.
Also self plug for Thur. I need to talk to your wife about having character art made.
Oh yeah. You want to tell Tika exactly what your character looks like?
I mean, apparently I'm gonna need to. My current art doesn't really work as well.
No, it doesn't.
New art!
Not that you could see much of his face then either, but still, it
Yeah.
really doesn't work now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So, everybody else is meeting up to go fly to the desert. Who's getting there first?
Statistically,
Going as
Aerith.
a
She
group?
doesn't sleep very often.
I mean,
I
depending
mean,
on when his mask got there, he was already awake. He'll also be like just like getting to the cockpit as quick as possible, and then shutting the doors to
And
the cockpit.
shutting the door, locking it. Nobody's in. I'm playing it. Don't look at me.
Oh, you see, you're still angsty. You've moved from edgy to angsty.
No, he's pissed.
Because this goth phase went away.
Tomato, tomato.
Again, he's
no,
pastel
This
goth.
is
Yeah,
so
Jock will do-
fucking funny.
Jacques will do his routine at dawn and then head to the ship.
trying to think if it'd be funnier for Isabella to arrive
Um,
exactly to the second of when they agreed to meet, or if she just slept in the cockpit or something.
Get out of my room. That's Elijah from now on. Every time someone's in the cockpit.
She slept in the plane.
Okay. So, Elijah, go ahead and roll stealth to sneak past Isabella.
Sneak
Nope.
past the hive mind.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm
they
still
didn't
trying to
nerf.
change my race over here.
Oh, Thur, you bitch!
Yeah.
You bitch!
Are you realizing something?
He's
Yeah,
Would you
every
like-
time I roll stealth.
every time you roll a check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Reliable
A
talent.
check or attack roll.
Not on a one.
Any roll you have to make, dude,
For the rest of the time we play. Yes.
forever.
And here's the thing, if I'm rolling stealth in a situation where I need to be stealthed and I become incapacitated and a torch,
Yep.
that could
Oh
be very
man.
bad for everyone involved.
Well, I want to welcome everyone to the stealth character, Light Bright.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sure
no.
nothing will happen where a man in a fucking little cabin in space will go like, "Hey, I can get you out of this."
Nash,
This
Nash,
can't possibly blow up in our faces.
the worst thing is that if you roll a 1 on that, regardless of your save, you still fail. Reliable talent no longer works on a 1.
Yeah, it does not matter.
You
No,
can
this
still
is a
succeed on the
wild-
save, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
No,
a
wait a
wild
minute.
nerf. Because it's a buff in some ways. Because yes, really good sight. That's really nice. The flying speed is really nice. Being able to heal people's pretty fucking cool.
For any other race or class, it would be a straight buff.
It would be a straight massive buff.
Yep.
But for me in particular, it's a double-edged sword, which is thematically
Beautiful.
perfect.
It's a double-edged sword
And
planted
I should
directly in
note.
your back right now.
I want to. No, I'm just explaining mechanically how I'm planning on having it work. So if you have advantage on a roll, then both
Oh,
of
God.
the d20s have to be a 1 for it to trigger.
Okay.
Okay.
And if
That's
you have
good.
disadvantage on the roll, if either of them is a 1, then it triggers.
Oh,
I kind of
God.
figured.
So just to clarify, having advantage for you now is extremely good because it reduces
Very.
your chances from 1 in 20 to 1 in 400.
Also, suddenly becoming a halfling, very good.
With the fucking lucky.
I don't think lucky would work.
No, that's
on that.
the joke. It doesn't matter because
Okay,
it
so I've
replaces
got I've got Light Warden there now. Do I still need to pick this Ancestral Legacy thing?
You should be able to pick all the same options that you did for your Dampier Ancestral Legacy. So because
Okay.
it's I literally copied it and made the changes.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know what those
just
were,
make
though.
the light ward in your race.
I mean, it's if you don't remember
I
what
don't
they
remember
were
what
and
those
the
were.
options don't immediately jump out to you, take this as a time to show your character's growth away from some skills and towards another.
It was probably Stealth and Deception? It might have been
I
Reflex.
imagine so.
It'd be really funny if you lost proficiency in stealth.
Yeah, I think that's what I think I oh, because I also lost my expertises that I had selected from my rogue.
No, that was
I
probably
know.
it then. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Stealth was definitely one of them,
Yeah.
and I assume
So-
Deception's probably the second.
I mean, the ability to get quadruple proficiency on a roll is pretty good.
Wait, what?
You're the second line of
yeah.
the Celestial Intercessor.
Yeah, because there I've got Dex, Sleight of Hand, Stealth, Perception.
Too bad. And we're at 5
Acrobatics,
proficiency
all
bonus,
it.
so that's 5 times per long rest.
Yep.
No, it's half your proficiency bonus.
Oh, to half? Oh. Oh.
So 2 times per long,
times,
or
yeah.
3 times. Sorry.
So I can either heal
Or no,
or
you
double
always
my
run-
Yeah,
proficiency
you always run down.
3 times.
Yeah. So twice, and if you guys ever get to +6, you'll be able to do it 3 times.
Although you can put a parentheses of round up, like you made the feature. So if you feel
Yeah.
like
No,
rounding up is better.
I was basing it off of the Planetar ability.
Ah,
That works the same way, and they can use it twice per day.
okay.
So, that was kind of my thinking about it.
Nice.
Is it kind of like it? You literally have the ability of one of the most powerful angels in the monster manual.
I mean, one of the only angels in the monster manual.
Yeah, well, there's not very many, but So yeah, you successfully sneak past Isabella, who has apparently decided to sleep in the ship for some reason. And then Aerith and Jacques arrive and find the cockpit closed, and Aerith still asleep, I guess, on a bench.
Yeah.
There's a blanket in like a storage compartment.
Probably
or
like
something.
a
You
half
take
inch
that,
above
just
the
break
bench,
that
but
over
yeah.
her.
It's like, you know the flight seats, so they're just like chairs? She's probably
Yeah.
like suspended like an inch above like 2 chairs. Because she's short.
So Agent Onyx arrives as well and says, "Good morning, comrades. I'm just going to put my stuff back here. Pretend I'm not here. Minx, get over here. Let us discuss draconic things in draconic. We will do draconic things. Over in the corner here.
Someone is promptly alerted to not have Eric follow us, right? Like, we've alerted that to him to stay here.
I'm assuming I did, yeah.
I believe you. You said you didn't want him to come.
Good. Okay. Good. Very
It probably
good.
might even be good to send him to like the castle Noctum or something. Just get him away from the immediate area, just in case. Just like, hey, take
do you
this
want him to
package to
die?
these other people.
No, just keep him in Bateau.
With
You've
his
got the-
servants.
You've got the Markipliers taking care of him.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then last, you would have the new member of your party arriving to come with you. Sel, do you want to introduce your character that you're going to be playing for a little while?
Yeah, at least is gonna show up covered in blood and get on the ship. There you go.
Who?
What?
At least Wraith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
Because Noctum's busy looking at some fucking river.
Noctum's
in
having a
Carrick
vision
Bridge.
quest.
I was half expecting it to be Tim Silver. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have left. Do you know how
Vision quest. He's
quickly
having a-
I would have disconnected from this Discord call and left?
It's Tim Silver.
The funny
Oh my
thing is, I
God.
learned how to do his voice better, but you know, I'm not doing
Well,
it.
you couldn't have learned
Oh,
to do it
I'd like an
worse.
example.
Oh, I could learn how to do it worse.
Oh boy,
I
that's
believe
on
that.
me.
I can also believe that.
Hello, everybody. It's Markiplier.
Okay. After everyone's on board, the doors are just going to shut, and the ship's just going to lift and start taking off.
Your co-pilot does arrive.
That door does not open.
So you've got your secondary pilot who's like knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm. Door does
Like-
not open.
I need to fly the ship.
Ship takes off.
But
He's doing
knocking
both
wakes
jobs.
Isabella up, and she opens the door from inside.
Oh, thank you.
Door
He's
immediately shuts and locks, and he wedges something in the handle.
What the? Elijah,
What are you doing?
Oh, let him
what's
be.
wrong?
My co-pilot's obviously gonna look at me.
Yeah, he looks at you. He sees that you're dressed funny, and just shrugs and is like, and you can tell he's just like, "This is not my problem."
This
And
is
just
a
goes,
gaggle of
one of
freaks
us
anyway.
being alive in the wreckage, brother.
And he just does his job, and that's all that
Yep.
matters. That's why Elijah loves him.
He's a professional.
That's why Elijah loves it, even though you tried to leave him behind.
Absolutely, I did. Still
He's dedicated
considering
to
it.
his
He's
job.
gotta try.
The idea of being the only one or only Shadows knowing how to fly this thing intrigues him.
Nathan. That's what we decided. The guy's name was Nathan.
Good. Well,
Is the
Nathan can
pilot.
be my co-pilot, I guess.
That's who I have in the notes. Nathan is a smart man. He knows
Mhm.
what's not his business.
Elijah honestly is in a bad enough mood. He might have stabbed Nathan if Nathan pressed the issue.
Oh, not Nathan.
Well, it's a good thing Nathan. I already decided Nathan was not going to.
Mhm.
So you guys make your way to the desert. There we go. Move your little flag over here. Tower of Brands. And Elijah, you set the ship down at your meeting point a little ways away from the tower, so that you can maintain stealth and kind of come in quietly on the ground and meet with Arbaz. So as the ship lands and the gangplank, the like boarding ramp lowers into the sands, everybody piles out into the desert, and Arbaz is there to greet you. where is our boss? He's in the shadows. There we go. So as a reminder, this is our boss. Alright.
Right. He's a Kenway.
Let's see.
That's generally who he was styled off of.
I know you styled
As
all of your
far as,
shadows off of Assassin's Creed characters.
Well, Arbaz is also just an actual Assassin's Creed character.
Yeah, he's got a card now.
But he was how Arbaz was designed in this game. He's styled after
Edward
that character.
Is he missing the index finger?
He is actually not.
Well,
He's one of the generations that wasn't necessary.
I was gonna say, didn't they eventually solve that? They figured
Yeah.
out they didn't need to do that.
that was so much character, but also it's very giveaway for an assassin.
Yeah.
Our order of elite assassins. Why are they all missing a finger?
So he meets you. He kind of gives you a half salute, and then he'll give you the kind of the lay of the land. So let me take you to the map here. Is that this one?
Doesn't look like a very stealthy weapon.
No, it's not. That's why I made him the swashbuckler who serves on pirate ships. He is one of the least stealthy of the shadows.
Yep.
He shows up stealthy and then it gets loud.
Things will get loud now.
Mhm.
Is the silence offense, Lynette?
So Arbaz will kind of share with you the local terrain. There are kind of 3 army encampments, each one kind of corresponding to one of the contingents in the army that is assembling. So it seems that there's like salamanders and fire elementals and the Jinn in Campfire, he's called it. He's nicknamed it. Camp Earth would be Earth Elementals and Tao. And then Camp Dragon appears to be the Cult of the Dragon forces. So a lot of humans and Dragonborn and other mortal races. And then they've also taken over there's a very small village near here called Seni, which is on an oasis to the north. It's a very small town. It's got less than a dozen people in it, but it's based on one of the oases that's near here. And they're basically being occupied by the army at this point.
And these are in the desert on our side of the portal, correct?
This is
Correct.
the desert on your side of the portal. That's
Okay,
right.
So we can't just collapse the portal and not have to deal with them. Alright, good to know.
Right. Let's see, what other information does he have for you? Army is encamped around Seni. Forces from the army guard the portal. Sentries include Dragonborn with dark vision, Earth Elementals with the tremor sense. It's very hard to sneak into any of these camps undetected, which is why he's been having such a hard time getting information. They've enslaved the local humans and forcing them to basically ferry supplies to Camp Dragon. He's managed to avoid detection by the dragon so far, but he's seen it fly overhead. It seems to do regular patrols through the desert. So flying would be inadvisable because you're probably going to get spotted by the dragon. And he's noted that the temperature in the desert has dropped considerably in the time that he's been here, kind of indicating that the dragon has layered in the tower and is affecting the surrounding area with its magical power.
In the watchtower right here that we're right next to.
No, in the Tower of Brands
Oh, okay.
is where it's layering. The watchtower is an old ruin that he's scouted it out. It's very lightly defended. He thinks that there's less than a dozen people currently, basically just holding it as a kind of initial like scouting force, basically, from the dragon army, just to kind of keep a watch on the road. So he hasn't engaged yet because he doesn't want to reveal his presence here. So you guys have some choices of where to go.
Cool. Does anyone want to comment on Elijah's look as he steps out of the cockpit?
Did you go for more of an edgy look, Elijah? That's why you held yourself up? You were worried we would judge you on a mask?
The blood isn't agreeing with me. It's making me annoyed. Also, sand. And he's gonna like pull another mask out of his bag, like just like a more basic, simple mask, and offer it to you. Sucks to breathe.
Breathing is inconvenient.
Aerith is gonna get a little closer. She's gonna respect that he's in a foul mood. But she's going to inspect his mask and smile, and she goes, I do like humans.
Thank you. It's kind of growing on me. It's quite nice.
And all those gloves. Are you wearing gloves too?
Sand.
It's coarse and it gets
listen.
everywhere.
It gets coarse and it gets everywhere.
I was really hoping someone would make the joke.
I said it in my head, but as soon as you said sand, I was like, Anakin. But she's going to genuinely smile, and she goes, I'm sorry that the blood's not agreeing with you. You do look pretty top, though. And she's gonna pull out her own mask.
What does her mask look like?
Currently white.
Okay.
Yeah, her mask has white fabric over the top of it.
So, remind me what we know about this group's demands. Are they just marching on us to get Eric back, or...?
And now we have no idea of the demands.
Arbaz does not understand Draconic, so he was not able to listen in on their conversations and determine what they wanted. He was just able to recognize. He was able to relay the symbol on their banners that you guys recognized, and he recognized the names Tiamat and Grozny being mentioned.
Can we send Agent Onyx with Arbaz to do some scouting and try and pick up stuff?
Yeah, that would take a bit more time. And
Could always send them to do that while we take over the watchtower. Maybe take a prisoner or two.
I don't think the people at the front line are going to be useful as prisoners. And
No, not for good information, but
and
that's what Arbaz and Onyx are for.
And depending upon what they want, like, we don't know who they're allied with, what they're here for. Like, there's no reason for Minsk. The only person who I'm 100% sure would object to anything is Minsk, and I know he would object heavily, but he's not here now, so I don't know how we want to play that.
He would, though.
But there's a thing of just like, I don't think we're necessarily involved in hell politics. I don't think we care one way or the other about Tiamat versus Zariel. And I'm not sure if we, aside from the UDDC, care about Grozny. So we don't know if they're here on their own thing to attack us because we have something that they want, or if they're here to because they have an alliance with the Empress, and if they're on the Maker's side. Like, we literally have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Okay, we can hold off.
So you're wanting to send Onyx out to basically scout and see if he can determine what their objective is here.
I mean, unless anybody else has something that they want to do immediately, we literally don't know. We don't know what's going on aside from
Oh,
positions.
Elijah
the
put his thought out there. You shot it down. He just wants to kill something.
Yeah.
when it comes to it as well, for like the Campfire Camp Earth, their um, motives are unclear, but it's, I imagine from the information we got from Goat, is the Cult of the Dragon is just fanatics for Tiamat.
Yeah.
So they're probably just roped in with the Grozny stuff. But I agree. That's probably the best course of action.
Like,
You can get
Isabella's fine just
translations.
going into the Watchtower and just pulping everyone in there. Isabella has no
'Cause, like,
conflicts. It's just
'cause,
Lev
like,
kind
we
of pointing
can't-
out, hey,
we can't approach
Yeah.
Earth. We can't approach Earth because of the tremor sense. And I'm not. I would rather take chances with Dragonborn than with Dow and Ifrit.
It's just a case
We'll
of,
be
I
right
don't think we're forgetting information from, like, a month ago. I think we literally just
No.
don't know what the objective here is. So,
Yeah.
And it's not like
I mean,
Arbalth could have done it himself. We had to bring Onyx to him.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to send them out. Where are you sending them out? And what question do you want them to answer?
I would do Camp Dragon and just, why are they here? What objectives do they have? Like, who's their leader? Just, it's real,
Okay.
real basic stuff. We literally don't know anything. So,
Okay. So let me check my notes here. Where did I put this?
correct me if I'm wrong though. Like, does the rest of the party does the rest of the party's characters have like hostile on site with Grozny, or is it just Minsk?
I think it's just Minx.
Got it.
Yeah, because if everybody is like, nah, fuck that guy, we're gonna be enemies with him no matter what, then yeah, let's just storm the Watchtower and start wrecking shit. But like, yeah,
Okay.
No, Elijah's opinion is if we can turn this against the Empress, let's do so.
yeah.
Let's see.
Pretty sure
That
even
is-
Minx doesn't actually believe Grozny is still alive. So
Let's see. So this is a 2-hour walk, and then another 2 hours back. So that's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's getting on to like. You basically make camp in the desert for like 8 hours as they walk there and try and infiltrate and then come back. And I'm trying to think of how much information I should give you based on this roll.
Bring it back. What's the plan?
We're
Well,
getting information.
you guys sent out Arbaz with Onyx to try and get more information about what their objective is here. So they make it back, Onyx and Arbaz. They're able to get in and out without being caught. And they're able to determine, like, now that they've got Onyx, to translate what they overhear, that the basically the rank and file have been told that they're here in pursuit of an object that has been stolen, that they can use to help summon Tiamat into the material plane. So they don't have the information about what exactly the MacGuffin is that they're looking for. That's above their pay grade. But they're basically here as muscle to help the higher ups summon Tiamat.
Do they know what the MacGuffin is?
That's what I just said. That the
Oh, sorry. Do they know where they're going to get it? Sorry.
They do not. They know they know that it was last known to have passed through this portal. But after that, they have to figure out what happened to it from there.
Well, if it's the book, it's not here. So
That would be a reasonable conclusion to come to.
if it's Eric's ducky, then that's something entirely different.
Yeah, it's definitely not Eric, because they're
I didn't say Eric. I said Eric's ducky.
yeah. Well, if you think Eric's ducky can help summon Tiamat, then
I mean, that sounds like a really stupid plot twist that I would do. So.
okay. Well,
Be pretty funny place to hide a magical item.
didn't you guys make him his ducky though?
Yeah. That could
Oh
could
no,
have been the prophecy.
he already had one.
When a
Okay.
priestess blessed by the ocean creates a toy for the son of a tyrant, that shall usher in the coming of the five-headed queen. Like, I've heard crazier prophecies.
Yeah.
No, he already had an obsidian ducky in the lava pool, I believe. Yeah.
We just made him a bigger one or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the basic plan is they're gonna bring in their forces, and then once they're ready, they're going to be unleashed on the land to pillage and plunder until they get what they're looking for. So they're looking forward to plunging this unsuspecting world into chaos, especially after their recent defeats in Faerun.
If we knew what the item is, we could trick them into telling them that the Empress has it.
Yep.
Potentially, yeah. You have a reasonable guess as to what it could be.
Someone want to fill me in on that?
The book that we stole, that we traded to Hell in exchange for reinforcements.
Yeah, that got taken back to hell though, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cultists are not necessarily the most logical people.
Well, I mean, if this is the last place that they knew it was, and this is the logical place to start looking for it.
Yeah. But not
mean,
with
so we
this
could
much
either-
force. This is way overcommitment on very little information.
We could reach out to our hellish contacts and see if they're interested in dealing with this, or we could just go tell them where it is.
You'd go sick them on Hell?
I mean, it's Tiamat.
Certainly not going to sick them on us.
Fair.
Okay. And there's not really anything on the like the the Urg tribes are so far away on the other side. There's no way we can get an encirclement and pincher them. We have no allies in any of the
Yeah,
directions.
the other side of the Sudachet is enemy territory still.
Yeah, and the Sudachet is kind of just like no man's land, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our options are warfare, contacting Hell to see if they want to do anything about it, or deception. Because based on the size of these camps, it's not like we're going to storm in and handle it, you know, in a slow 1v1.
Well, we could storm in and see if we can shut off the portal to cut off reinforcements.
True.
Like if we think that, you know, I don't know. Isabella has no preference either way, so.
What do you think, Jacques?
If the portal's in the Tower of Brands, problem would be getting to it with the Tremor Sense camp kind of in the way.
And once we're inside, not getting
And once we're
sieged.
inside, there's the problem with there's the problem with the dragon. I don't think we have a ducky for that dragon.
I can make one.
We could go out in the desert and try to have it come fight us and just 1v1 it real quick.
Ooh, we could make a glass ducky.
Problem is that one, that would give it away, and then two, that wouldn't keep those camps from just attacking us after.
Mm-hmm. So they weren't in possession of the book. They just knew where it was. So the fact that we stole it wouldn't piss them off. Who we gave it to might piss them off, though.
I mean, that is certainly something you could think.
Was it this tower, or is it the Fortress of Servitude where we dealt with like that computer?
The Fortress of Servitude is the place that has the computer.
Okay.
So you guys went through this portal to a fortress on the other side, and that's where
where we dealt with the prince and got
Yep.
Eric and
Yep.
the Dwergar and all that.
Yep.
I think then is that why the campfire and the Camp Earth people are here? Stuff or are they followers of Grozny? Like, are they here for the revenge against what we did?
So Onyx would report from his listening in to Camp Dragon that they're here. They're kind of loosely allied. It's something that Grozny is plotting. Like, he is the one that has brought these forces together. And so they don't really trust.
I dig the word loosely. What can we do to cause my plan that we need to cause disruption? Like, turn them all against each other. So they're after the cult's after a book. Is after the book, right?
You do not know. You have not confirmed that they're after it. They're after something, and that certainly fits the description. So you do not know what.
Because I know that session was a while back when we fought that Jin and stuff. Like,
Mhm.
we fought the prince, or we just fought some Jin.
Well, all of them are princes, right? Like they all consider themselves royalty. So you fought. I mean, a prince, who he appeared to have some authority because he had an assistant who was also a Jin, and he had a pretty swanky fortress. So like he was obviously had at least some like authority and allies and was probably politically connected.
Damn, I wish Cusco was here. He would have definitely some like UDDC propaganda idea. So I'm thinking that if he had the book, they're looking for it. So they're looking for something, which the description of matches the book.
Yeah, you're fairly
They know it
confident
was
in that assumption.
here. The portal they came through is from Faerun, so they didn't go to that other portal where we were.
No, so point of clarification.
Okay.
The portal in the Tower of Brands only goes to the elemental plane of fire.
Okay,
So
so they're coming through.
So yeah,
They're coming through the elemental plane of fire to here.
right. They're using it as a kind of like a way station or whatever. Like they're traveling through the elemental planes to travel interdimensionally, basically.
Yeah, but this army is basically post Rise of Tiamat adventure. After they lost that against another round of adventures, they are now coming through, trying their luck here.
Yep, you got it.
I really wanted to be Vidaki.
What?
Clarification on my ability. If I like jump into the air or do something else, can I focus on not having the wings pop out?
No, involuntary. Suck it.
If you use your fly speed, they will pop out. So you
Okay,
can.
if I use my fly speed granted by my race, they'll pop out. What if I use a different fly speed?
Then they would not pop out.
Solid.
But
Thank
you would still be stuck to the slower fly speed.
Yes. Had to make sure.
Yep.
So if if we can find some information that could break up the alliance, either turn the earth elementals or the fire elementals against the dragons, or vice versa. It looks like each of these camps are either 1 mile or 1 meter across. I'm assuming mile.
Yeah.
And my broadcast has a range of a mile, so I could, if we find out something divisive, I could broadcast it to everybody in a camp if I'm in the middle of it. Not even in the middle of it, because if they're 1 mile across, I just need to be at the edge of it. So I can even increase the order of it to increase the range to 5 miles, so I can hit both camps at once if we get something.
That's pretty far, actually.
Yeah.
If you're stood here, you could hit the hole everywhere.
Yep. We would just
So
need
that
to know
seems like the
something
perfect
that
thing.
would turn them all against each other. So.
Come.
And now we see what the death of persistence has done. We have
Well,
very hard
if they-
times making decisions.
Well, okay. So I like that train of thought because that's a good idea. So way to turn them against each other is the Cult of the Dragon is here looking for something to summon Tiamat, and then Campfire and Camp Earth they're here for Grozny.
Who probably wants to summon Tiamat.
Yeah, so you know the person who's kind of threading these three groups together is Grozny, and you know the motivations of the Cult of the Dragon, but you don't know what means Grozny has used to convince the fire elementals and the earth the fire genies and the earth genies to work together with him and the Cult of the Dragon.
Grozny dead.
If only my parental figure in the past wasn't a water genie, I would be potentially useful.
All right. So what we do is right here we set up Camp Water. Okay. So
Are Dow and Efreet lawful, or like if we put
I
up like a
believe they are both.
negotiation flag, would they like culturally?
I believe they are both lawful. Let me just double check.
so what you say that we meet with each of the camps?
We certainly could.
And then
What would we do, Trinolite?
um,
Because I mean that makes sense. They're all three groups would have no idea what has just occurred and what's happening here. So if we meet with the three camps, what would we approach them as?
I mean, I don't think we would need to be deceptive.
Okay.
let's see. Okay, so can you make me a? What even check would that be? Like an Arcana check to determine what you know about Dao and
Yeah, I'll do an
Um,
Arcana.
Jin culturally.
Just dive in through your hive mind.
Ifrit.
Maybe there's a random baker that knows about Tao.
So you know that Ifrit have a very well-ordered society. They're likely to, like they will definitely like enslave you or kill you and take your stuff if they think they can get away with it. But they do have like rules. The Dao are they also have a somewhat rigid society, being beings of Earth. But they're also treacherous.
Shockers, genies, treacherous. Who knew?
So they're if you give them a strong reason to talk to you, that could work.
Okay. What strong enough reason do we have? Actually, wait.
I mean, strong
We
reasons. We know where
found-
the book is.
I'm thinking beyond the book. I'm thinking this is a shoot for the stars thought process I'm having at the moment. We learned through the play with the Saint what the end game plan is for the Empress, right? Trying to destroy the world, remake it, move to the next iteration, whatnot.
I believe you did, yeah.
Okay. Now, that was the thought I'm having is how would that affect the plane? Would that be erasure of everything and start back over? Or just judge to it?
It would be a catastrophe limited to Jajatua.
Okay.
So, not something they would care about unless Tiamat really likes Judge Atua for some reason.
Yeah. Which seems unlikely.
But they don't know that. not the Tiamat thing. They don't know that it's a catastrophe only to Jajatua. We could be deceptive here and tell them it's a planar level threat.
Did we get a newspaper article or something whenever she was trying to fight her way to a hell portal of some kind?
No, when she attacked Savona.
Can we claim that that's part of destroying all the planes as well as Jajatua? The fact that she's going to Savona?
I mean,
Let
you
me
could certainly
see.
try.
Let me see where that is.
Try to spin it.
Nail.
Spin it hard.
It's one of many different folios. Takes root. Forces root.
Spin them some kind of shit about no, she's trying to bind the planes together and destroy it all at once.
Yeah, Alvar, issue 4, year 3, day 46. Alvar's Empire invades Savona.
Yep, claims she's trying to.
Oh, but in that same issue, it says Grozny's killed. Or it says Grozny Jr. is killed. So this might not be good. We might have to cut a few things out of this.
I'll get the scissors.
Grozny Jr. is killed by who?
It says Dreadworm Grozny Jr. slain. Following Grozny's appearance during the liberation of Duloc 2 months ago, rumors have persisted that the legendary dragon has continued to plot against the Confederacy. Jakuna, Lord Vantes, and King Goat hunted down and slew Grozny Jr. in his lair.
I mean, we could spin it that they're working for the Empress.
I'm not throwing Goat and them under the bus.
Elijah
To
doesn't give a fuck.
be
He
fair,
never went
Goat
to that
would survive
continent.
the bus.
Yes.
The bus would be more hurt
I'm
than
not
Goat.
throwing Goat under the fucking bus. But we could easily just tell them that the Empire attacking Savona is that the Empire, they're trying to invade Hell and and erase the planes to start back over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's give it a shot.
Well, how much do we know, or how much, I guess, does Aerith know? Because this, I guess, my plan hinges on what I specifically know of Dow. But how much does Aerith know of Dow?
Depends. Are you versed in stocks?
Make me an Arcana or a religion check.
Or you don't
Mm,
understand? That wasn't funny.
I'm not good at either of those things. Okay.
You
True,
could have
sure.
given me advantage on my Arcana check before, so.
I was listening, I promise, this time.
Mm-hmm.
I just was in the middle of stabbing a needle through the top part of my finger.
Ouch.
Metal.
Oh, it's my, oh, there we go. Nothing.
At-home tattoo.
You're you feel like you've heard about Dow somewhere before, but you don't remember where.
It had something to do with Jound.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's no other ideas, no other ideas.
My only other idea is summon the whole army here and kill them all.
Could do.
Obviously, we don't let them, ravage the countryside because that would, be upsetting to Jacques. We still have the option of calling on one of our hellish friends before we go do this. See if they have any input, or if they'd like to just, handle the situation.
I don't know what. I don't want to do that for what price that's gonna fucking be.
Well,
You
if
got
they are,
you
if they
got
are
backup
seeking,
bankroll with that shit you exchanged to make our flame skull a brute, a monster.
well, and several, 100 troops.
Yes,
I have some goodwill, but that means nothing.
they ain't gonna take goodwill.
But the fact that these people are seeking the book might be enough for them to get involved all of their own volition.
They're gonna get us involved. They're gonna make us do that shit.
Yeah, if the price is worth it, it could be interesting. Think about what they might pay for that. Either way, it could be an interesting conversation.
I don't know. I say that we try to deceive the camps, spin this unmaking shit to be
I
a threat against them as
don't-
well.
Know how I feel about just lying.
Well, that's unfortunate because I think you're the only one of us who can speak their language.
Interesting.
So if you're not willing to do
I don't
some
feel-
lying,
I don't
That
feel
might
it's
be an issue.
lying, but it's also that we know that what they're trying to do is a catastrophe to Jajatua, but I also can't confirm that they're just gonna stop there. I mean, Alenda attacking Savona and doing that shit, like,
Third,
We-
is
we
one
have
of
an
my
idea.
known languages being Common Steel just a stupid typo, or is that a thing?
you can
It sounds
speak
like a typo
common
to me.
steel.
Okay.
You
I will
speak
delete
like
the
a
steel
hammer
part
hitting an
from
anvil.
common. It's like,
I speak Celestial.
how did I do too?
That's not gonna help.
Steel.
I believe I speak what they speak, so
Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish. I don't speak.
Common Steel.
They might speak Draconic, but our friend who speaks that isn't here or is Onyx.
I
Oh, really quick. What is Elise Wraith capable of doing? Is anyone capable of doing comprehend languages?
mean I
Or
speak
tongues?
primordial.
Yep.
You
then you would
get
able
to be
speak
the
with
translator.
elementals. That is the.
Well, that's
the-
elementals, not genies.
No, but like genies, that's like the primordial is the family group that Terran, Aquan, and stuff are within, which is what the genies speak.
Yeah.
That is like,
Well,
although there's always the option of like, I can speak Latin. Does that mean you can speak French? I don't know.
So then that
In D&D, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
That is mechanically how it works.
All right. Well,
So then, how would we want to approach this then? Aerith, you are the translator. Obviously, we wouldn't want to. You don't want to deceive them.
I mean I don't know. That feels so I don't I will go with what people say, but I think honesty is our best policy here.
Just tell them where the book is. See what happens.
Well, depending on who we approach
That's
first,
fair.
they might not even
My-
want the
My
book.
problem is my problem is like if they're after the book, tell them that it's in the hands of the hell, which would basically be in the hands of Savonans. Like that could pull so much shit from our army
That is true.
because we haven't gotten those forces that you traded for yet. They haven't upgraded the Flame Skull yet. They're in the process of doing that.
Yep.
And it's like they could, I don't know, because you.
I was
what,
gonna
you
say,
signed a
Aerith
contract- you
was
signed a
not
business
in the
contract for
room.
that shit? You signed
Nope.
a contract for that shit. Would this at all count as reneging on that contract? breaking that shit?
It may.
Yeah, that's something we want to fucking do.
Hold on.
We just recovered from a huge fuck up and lost a lot of army people. We want to do that shit again?
I mean, if we keep talking, we're gonna lose my alibi. We're gonna lose my ignorance. Aerith has walked away from every single conversation that involved trading with Hell.
Okay.
Well, I also have
Honest,
what I did.
honesty is the best policy. We could do that. Who I wouldn't want to talk with Cult of the Dragon first. That could be seen problematic.
I mean, but honesty is also that the Empress is in fact a big old threat. No matter how you slice it, her whole
There is no
bag is enslaving people.
yeah. So she could be going. There's no telling that they could go after them next. No,
Do we just want to approach the people in the watchtower and see what they talk about? Or do we want to go straight to one of the primordial groups? That's the only real question.
are there people in this old watchtower?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cult of the Dragon folks mainly, right? Sir?
Yeah, Arbaz estimates about a dozen.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go talk to them first. We can say we're emissaries.
If it goes bad, we can murder them all.
Nah.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. So you're going to the watchtower, and you're going to attempt to
You
parlay.
all. Yeah. The mask you offered, Jacques, Elijah, he is wearing.
And let's see if they speak common, because then all of us can talk, and if necessary, a couple of us can lie.
Okay. Let me just get the.
Sword is not drawn. Shield is in hand.
Okay.
And then, yeah. I'll wear my tabard or insignia of the New Dawn.
Mm-hmm. And you also need. Okay. So you make your way to the watchtower, and you come around a corner and you see a dragonborn soldier kind of keeping watch. He hasn't spotted you yet. Are you gonna hail him?
Yeah. This is what we're doing, guys. This is what we're doing.
Sure.
All right. Yep. I hail him.
Elijah's still the opinion, let's just go get our army and kill everyone. But everybody wants to try to pull this. Let's do it.
We had it planned that while we were here, the army is mustering.
The only thing you stand to lose is the element of surprise.
Yeah.
I don't think the element of surprise is going to help us very much against 3 separate armies.
Yep. And even if it were, an army marching up is a surprise.
That's true. Alright, you all should be on here and you should be able to see.
Yep.
So you're approaching him and you hail him.
Oh, you were approaching me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll be like right here.
Okay.
Hail, stranger.
Well, as you walk that way, he will spot. There's a soldier over here that will spot you.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So he says, "Halt! Who goes there?" In common.
Oh, silent. I just go, thank gods. Well, I seek audience with whoever is in charge here.
And who are you that seeks an audience?
Jacques Cartier of the New Dawn.
Hmm. Never heard of you.
And I have never seen your insignias and banners either, so it seems we are on equal footing in that regard.
Hmm. All right, come around to the gate. Keep your hands where we can see them. And he's gonna come and walk inside.
Are we having the rogues also come with us, or can they be? And by the rogues, I mean, well, could be Elijah.
Onyx
too.
and
Yeah,
Onyx and
Arbaz,
Arbaz?
and maybe Elijah, just like hidden, just in case if it does turn to violence, we can get at
Yeah,
least
sure.
some
Yeah,
kind of drop
you
on
could be
them.
I
hidden.
would be, yes. I did not think we were having Onyx and Arbaz come with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah will slip off too.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
What's
Gosh.
he slipping in?
Well, if he fails this one, he just starts vomiting in the desert, and we just leave him.
And shining like a fucking beacon.
Yeah,
In the desert.
mean,
in the desert.
Yeah.
Like,
It'll get
Is
the
that a
dragon-
bright light in the
Diamond
desert?
rough.
Y'all killed their. Look at you.
Fuck, man, he's dead. We'll never see Elijah again.
Okay. So Elijah, how do you want to approach the fortress?
Since you can't
walk
walk
on
on ceilings.
Nope. So
Well, technically, he
gates,
can walk on the ceiling now because the ceiling's the sky.
the gate's over there.
Shut up.
Go fly upside down.
How deep is this ravine?
Correct.
That's right in front of you.
Hmm.
It's like I'm gonna say 15 feet down.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to make some more rolls here. So obviously we got that soldier up to the north of us.
Yeah.
Are there any others I can see around?
Other than the one that went inside, no.
Okay, I think we're probably gonna like slip down the ravine and come over here and see if there's like a way I can climb up. Once I'm out of sight of
Oh
everyone.
god, you have to climb now.
my arm's so weak from misuse.
Luckily, I still have really good acrobatics. Maybe those will
Yeah.
help.
I'm so.
If there's not a clear way to get up, I have another plan.
It's pretty rough terrain, but you do spot a cave entrance up to the north of you.
Okay, let's go peek into that.
Okay. It appears to lead into the basement of the fortress.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be, kind of dashing in my stealth and moving as
Yeah.
quickly as I can to try to
You-
get in
you-
before the meeting really kicks off.
You find some stairs up.
Cool. Where do you want to pop me where I pop up at?
There you go.
Cool. Peek around this doorway and just stop me whenever we need to like switch to the party and they're moving.
This is probably good.
Okay.
So the rest of the party, and we'll say Onyx and Arbaz are following you. So yes, the rest of the party can come approach the gate.
Isabella, keep your mind open in case there's any extra thoughts that we need to be made aware of.
That's close enough.
Yes, of course, we are here peacefully. Just like to speak to whoever's in charge.
That would be me. It's a big dragonborn right here. I'm Sergeant Bob.
Oh god.
I don't know. Hang on. I have a name generator. Where is it?
I can generate a name for you.
Oh god. Tom Gold.
Why are these all so terrible?
Yorngal.
Yorngal? Okay. I'm Sergeant
that?
Yorngal.
You're gone, your mom.
Well met, Sergeant. You lead the tower or everything here now?
Just the tower is my responsibility. You're wanting
Alright.
to speak to somebody higher up?
For the moment, you will suffice. We can talk about higher ups after. As I've stated, I am Jacques Cartier of the New Dawn. We simply bring messages to obviously what seems to be newcomers here in the lands in the Montalban region of the Alvarez.
What messages?
Mainly questions of why you are here.
That's our business.
I understand, but you do need to understand that you are very close to what would be considered active war zones, and it would be a shame for your group to be caught by other forces less amicable than us for trespassing in territories. Obviously, you know there's a lot going on, right? You must be aware of what all's happening in the world at the moment.
I don't really care what's happening on your world. We have our own reasons to be here.
Of course. Understood. If I may continue to pry with our simple parley and good nature, what is it exactly that you are looking for? We might be able to provide information in some regard, since you are new to the region. Point you in a right direction if need be.
Hmm.
Can I move again?
Yeah, I can move a little bit.
And I'm watching out with my soul side eye to like try to find the path,
Mhm.
you know. Okay. Going.
He kind of looks at you and says, uh, we'll have to take you to our leaders if you want to talk about the finer details of our mission. But if you think you have information that would be useful, then we'll take you there.
I believe at the moment, with the situation you are in of having newly been to this area, any information would be considered useful. Where is it that you hail yourself from?
We are from a place you've probably never heard of. I assume Faerun is not familiar to you?
I don't know how to approach this.
Is Faerun? No,
Stands
Josh.
awkwardly.
Faerun is known to Jacques because he's talked to Goat.
Yeah,
Like, he knows,
these are not your
he
first
knows,
Faerunians
he
you've
knows
met.
about Faerun.
Oh yeah.
Stands
He
awkwardly,
knows,
tilt head.
this is perfect. This is how Jacques talks on. Ah, Faerun. Yes, I have heard of your area, of your world. Interesting that you all bring yourselves here to Jajatua.
Oh, yep. I was muted. Third power, so ranking it one up, so I can force him to make an intelligence save.
I'll be right back real quick.
Fast.
All right. Well, I at least get surface thoughts.
He's really confused how these yokels could know about other planes, other material planes. This is the revealed knowledge of the cult.
How thick are the walls here?
Dummy.
You killed Thur.
Stop it! He's sick.
He has a family. But clapping of the walls is keeping his kids awake at night.
Why is everything double caked?
They're like 6 inches thick.
Cool. So I can see through the walls.
Yeah.
How many people have I seen so far?
There are 4 souls in this room.
Which room?
Them all.
Okay. Then yeah, obviously there's no way to get in that room other than through that door, and that would be being seen.
Yep.
Okay, well I'm just gonna keep an eye on my diplomat's pouch, on silent or on vibrate, in case I need to go back out the way I came in.
How many planes does Isabella know of?
How many planes does Isabella know? Oh, all of them. Like
Yeah.
any that Lev would know, Isabella would know about.
Elijah knows of one more. He's been to it.
So I'm trying to think, and I can mentally just communicate this to Jacques of just like, hey, this guy's surprised that we know about planes. If we and he said it's a place. Did he say Faerun, or did he say a place you might not have heard about?
He said both those things. A place you might not have heard about, Faerun.
You should wait to tell what you're going to tell Jacques.
Which-
Jacques
which-
return.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, which way
Yeah.
around is Forgotten Realms part of Faerun, or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Faerun is part of the Forgotten. So, the name of the whole world in Forgotten Realms is Toril,
I will
and then
recommend to
Faerun is a
Jacques that
continent.
I will recommend to Jacques that when he says Faerun, you might not have heard of it, Faerun, to then say just like, oh, from the Forgotten Realms, from the Sword Coast, from just start like naming places in Faerun.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think the Forgotten.
that's different names of it.
Yeah.
Faerun,
I don't think
Forgotten
the Forgotten Realms. I don't think is diegetically the name. I
No,
think
it's
But like Sword
Sword
Coast,
Torel.
whatever,
Sword Coast
whatever
Toril
is
is
the
the
other,
world.
like
Faerun
the
is the
Nine
continent,
Dales,
which is home to the Sword
whatever
Coast.
the vaguely racist Asian places. Just
I don't know about that. It's like, yes, Faerun,
Icewind Dale.
home to the Sword Coast, Icewind Dale, the city's Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate.
which
Yes.
of these places? Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
which city or region do you
Are
hail
you
from?
from faraway Araby?
Yes, actually. How did you? I think you need to come with us.
Of course, please,
Eh.
lead the way. Perhaps on the way to meeting your leaders, you can tell me some more of your times in your world. We can swap stories.
Okay. He's gonna turn to the other guy who's in charge and is like, "You'll hold this position, and we'll send back more men to relieve you." And Elijah, you're gonna notice these guys, the 4 souls in here, move out as they're called to escort the party, and they're
Do I
going
hear that conversation from the next room?
to make a perception check.
And I'm gonna manifest again, just to have it running, but not gonna delve yet.
I will be rich. I will find the man of my dreams.
Yeah, you hear them talking about how they've taken some prisoners and they're gonna escort them to the next camp.
Prisoners is the word they use, though.
Yes, prisoners is the word they use.
Okay, I'm gonna scribble out a note that'll shoot a message over to our other diplomat's pouch. Wait, we have the comm beads, don't we?
Yes.
You do have con beads, yes.
We also have me.
Yeah.
We have means to communicate with them. With
Yeah.
each
So
other.
if I can talk to Isabella, I'll be like, hey, are you aware that they're considering you prisoners?
I am aware that they're stupid, yes.
Okay, good. We'll follow, and we're gonna slip back out the way we came in.
Yeah. They're going to try and confiscate your weapons. Do you resist?
I'd simply state, excuse me, this is amicable
If they
means of
touch me, I'm stabbing.
parley. I would feel insulted that we are emissaries, that you would treat emissaries in such a way. We mean you no harm. We truly do not mean you any harm. I,
You
Yeah,
say that.
we're prepping to move into the next room until this ends amicably.
I'm afraid I must insist.
Can I give him the Rizzler stare?
The what?
I don't even know what that is. I just stared at the other day.
Jesus.
then
Every now
no.
and then, Cell just puts random words together and asks for permission.
I mean, if you'd said that and like rolled intimidation, I would have believed you that that was a thing.
I
Yeah.
understand that that your thought processes and customs are different. Here, Jajatuans would consider this a Rowan meet. Simple peace talks. Weapons need not be confiscated because true honor and one's word would carry through with this peace.
Yeah, that and a silver piece will get you a ham sandwich.
Joe, can you get us a
We've
sandwich
had
out of
enough
this?
problems with adventurers. I'm not taking any chances.
We are not
I had-
adventurers. We are the commanders of the nearest army to your position.
There's between 3 and 6 of you, and you're a ragtag group of very disparate-looking people. Like,
Of course, it's understood.
I'm not.
Looks are deceiving.
You're.
Um,
You certainly look like an
Isabella,
adventuring party to me.
if you would permit me one simple thing, with your permission, Isabella, I would like for you to show him some proof, please.
Somewhat. I didn't catch the last word.
Proof.
Of what? Oh, mentally, I'm just like, what exactly? Like, our armies, our battles? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I just give him.
we're not just a group of adventurers.
Yeah, I give him just the mental image of us like leading
That now
the
it's
troops. Not the
congratulations,
adventuring stuff, like not
congratulations,
going.
Sergeant.
Yeah,
We are pulling rank.
Yeah, like not going like adventuring stuff, like going up against a saint or whatnot, but like the military stuff, castle
would say
meetings. Nothing that could be like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a secret passage or something like that, but just like,
Right.
hey, this is what we are, and I'm gonna shove it into his mind.
I frankly now to be this disgruntled person now, no longer believe that you are now the ranking officer I need to speak to, Sergeant Norgal. Please, fetch your leader for me.
You'll need to wait here. We'll send some messengers.
Of course. I
Uh,
despise having to pull rank,
these guys are kind of backing off.
and I would like for things to be peaceful. And I believe that we can achieve things peacefully.
Okay. Let's see. How long
Also, Hank or Frank or whoever it is still with the ship, like ready to come get us if necessary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any rooms like above or below, or like above me, or to the sides that don't have people in them, where I can get a more advantageous position here?
Hang on, I went to the other. Are there any? Sorry, ask the question again.
Like if I go up a floor,
There are no
Or-
more. There are no stairs further up.
well, it doesn't matter if there are stairs.
So you could come out over here, and then yeah, you could fly up over there, hidden, if you
Okay.
wanted to.
Did I see any souls, like, if that's a room? Or did I notice, like, people here-ish?
So if you come like here,
Well, also, yeah. Did the people in this room leave?
They did, yeah.
Oh yeah, then we're gonna continue moving then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you
so
can see
yeah,
that they're going out into the courtyard, and so you can come south out this tower where this guy was standing before, and then fly up to the top, and you can tell Onyx and Arbaz to stay behind so they don't see you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's slip up there while I'm still stealthed.
Yeah, so they'll be waiting here. You're up on the roof now.
Prepare to rush the courtyard. Can I get line of sight for like bow shots and stuff up here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let's see. So let me just look at the lighting layers. This is gonna make it hard.
Sorry.
I don't think there's anything hidden anymore, so I think I'm just gonna turn the lighting off at this point. So everybody should be able to see everything now,
Hey.
because you guys have basically explored the whole place. So it's gonna be another like 6-hour round trip, so it's gonna be like nighttime by the time somebody gets here.
Elijah's gonna take a short rest.
I mean,
Have a ham sandwich, as it were.
if I've
You got a silver
time,
piece for that?
If I got time and free rest, I'm just gonna start probing these guys' minds.
So yeah, so they're gonna
Really quick, add a left field there. What is the date on our calendar currently?
It is currently the evening of the 120th day of the year.
Okay.
Ooh,
Why do you ask?
I couldn't remember. We were talking about it quietly.
There's a timeline you should be able to see in at the top, very top of the documents.
Oh, perfect. That one's fully updated. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and I'll actually add here.
It's not year 3, day 116. The Empire Strikes Back at that time. Theaters were sold out.
Yep. Go.
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck, I definitely don't think. I don't think it's the book they're looking for. They needed the Book of fucking Vile Darkness to bring Tiamat. Shit. Killed Prince Neron. That was almost a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna show who is gonna show up, and then we will probably be the end, and we'll have the negotiations after.
Week after
But you see-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks, I guess. So you see marching into the fortress, accompanied by an escort of more Dragonborn.
Oh, I know that guy.
Fuck. Oh god, it's Joe Manganiello.
Fun fact: he is going to be in the second season of One Piece.
Ah, I'm so
God.
excited. Oh god, I love that man. I'm excited.
Okay. He didn't
yeah.
come with a massive retinue, which was what I was scared of.
He
Well,
doesn't
no,
fucking
his
need
his
it.
retinue is off screen. Yeah.
He also doesn't fucking need one.
From where I'm at, can I see a rough number of that retinue?
It's like half a dozen.
How many?
Half a dozen.
Okay.
6.
Oh damn.
So he brought enough to match our party.
Yeah.
Joe Magni. He here.
And that is where we will end for tonight. So, in 2 weeks, we will have a little talk with Arkin the Cruel.
More negotiations.
And hey, maybe this time we'll have a Dragonborn who hates these people.